Maybe if your lawn wasn't in my way, my SUV wouldn't keep ruining it. Then drive across again next Monday and deal with whatever happens after that.
Every Monday morning, without fail, I'd hear the same sound: crunch, rip, grind. It wasn't the garbage truck anymore, it was Tony, the self-declared HOA lawn enforcement officer, with his reflective vest, clipboard, and smug swagger, driving his SUV straight across the edge of my freshly cut lawn, like my mowing lines were some kind of joke to him. Before we dive in, comment which country you're watching from. Let's see how far this story travels. At first, I thought maybe he just couldn't drive. Everyone slips off the curb once in a while, right? But 3 weeks in a row, same tire tracks, same ruined stripes, same smug grin on his face as he rolled past my house. That's not an accident. That's a routine. Every Monday morning, right after I finished mowing, Tony would cruise through the neighborhood, pretending to inspect lawns, then swing wide into my yard, his tires carving deep, muddy ruts across the clean mowing lines I'd spent hours making perfect. He never even slowed down. Grass torn up edging, crushed fresh seed, flattened. Then he'd wave at neighbors like he'd just protected property values. It didn't take long before people noticed. They didn't even try to hide their reactions anymore. Every Monday, I became the neighborhood entertainment. There I was, dragging my rake across ripped-up turf, trying to smooth tire marks before the sun came up, while Tony strutted around with that ridiculous HOA vest like some suburban sheriff. To them, it was funny. To me, it was humiliation. By the 4th week, I'd had enough. Repairing torn sod wasn't cheap. Neither was reseeding damaged Kentucky bluegrass every few days, and spending every Monday morning fixing what Tony destroyed wasn't exactly how I wanted to live. So I gathered evidence: tire tracks, photos, security footage, even drone shots showing his SUV cutting straight across my lawn instead of staying on the street. With everything saved to a folder, I marched straight to Sandra, the HOA president. Now, Sandra wasn't just any HOA president. She was the kind who treated lawn rules like federal law. Perfect hedges, spotless flower beds, a frozen smile, and a habit of protecting her favorite HOA enforcers, no matter what they did. Still, I figured with all that evidence, she'd finally shut Tony down. I was wrong. When I showed her the footage, Sandra barely even looked at it. She crossed her arms, tilted her head, and gave me that same patronizing smile I'd watched her use on other homeowners before. "Well," she said, "if Tony keeps driving onto your grass, maybe your lawn borders aren't clearly marked enough." I stared at her. "Sandra, he's aiming for the stripes. Watch the footage again. He lines up with the edge of my property like it's intentional." But she waved me off immediately. Tony is one of our most reliable HOA patrol members. He only acts in the best interest of the neighborhood. If you want my advice, maybe don't make your mowing patterns so close to the curb. That was it. No apology.